high quality games such as this one today.
Ready for battle.
All right, it looks like some interesting comps to start off with. I don't think these teams will. Yeah, we already see a couple switches here, so. Um,
Already have some crunch time memes happening.
that is actually crazy that happened in a mid match. No, you won't. We don't have crunch time
Capture.
interruptions here, thankfully.
Well, not yet.
Yeah, not yet, at least.
So we see kind of brawl.
Oh, huge wall from red team's May there.
Oh wow, this is an early fight win for boys. Big sleep. It looks like they came out ready to play here. The Ana Lucio versus the more standard Moira Lucio is fun to see.
Yeah, so Castaways were so ready for Certo's trying to run the sim strat there to get on point fast. They actually walled the teleporter off. They basically got stuck and couldn't drop to point, and it just allowed them to take point first and kind of kill the people as they dropped. You really don't.
As a
Another
result,
really good May wall.
oh wow, the blue kill on their Rhine. This is going to turn the fight around really quick if they can get together and speed in.
I think Castaways here will just be looking to stall point as much as possible. Unless they're able to regroup with their Rhine.
Bees. Creole, but loses her mech to it. This could be anyone's fight now.
Absolutely.
Big shatter too. No, not really, but a couple dead. Still pretty even on point. May's alive though, which can be tricky. If McCree can get their Lucio here.
Yeah, I think Castaways have this, yep. Oh, lovely. Doing a good job of making it difficult though. And she goes on, so.
Unfortunately, they weren't able to cap point though.
True, after all that. That was an amazing job by Castaways of kind of regrouping as their Ryan came back, and then by the time he was back, they hadn't lost anyone.
Both teams have mail here, and there's no beat yet for either team to help save it, so it could be whoever mails first, but we do see Chopper getting picked, the McCree getting taken down by their diva there. Expecting some freezing to happen. So it looked like Lovely got out his mail first, which kind of helped them cap, so now it's just a stall. Fluffy.
He did, and it was followed up with the McCree ult, which helped. Typically, I think mail being used second is not bad because your freeze lasts longer if you can just stay alive long enough to you know, take advantage of that. But the McCree ult on top of it, I think, helped Certos pull that one out.
Well, looks like they're in a pretty good position here to defend this point. They do have Lucio ult coming. They have both tank ults, but there's a big wall there if Ryan can get out. Oh wow, they get 2 picks.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. McCree just got caught out there, and Castaways are looking to clean this up. Should happen in case anything crazy happens. But Certos does have a ton of ults here. Like Nano Tracer, see if she can pop off.
Oh, but that's Shatter.
Huge shatter.
He's kind of alone, but the Lucio ult was gonna keep him up.
Lucio was so ready for it. He didn't get caught in the shatter and just beat it on the point, saving his whole team.
Well, if they can clean this up, this will be first point.
Oh man, what a melee. Blocks the Tracer off. Now they can deal with ball on point. And
shatter.
another huge shatter.
You're doing a good job at touching this point.
Activating self-destruct sequence.
Well, there goes map 1 of Lijiang.
Score 0-1.
I think I may have been calling the teams the wrong names there. They're actually labeled properly in the lobby, but the blue team was showing as red and opposite, so.
So Mani, Sayori, I Merciful, the Red Man, Zenith, and Lovely.
That's Certo, or Certo, yeah.
Certo.
The Certo?
I think so. It sounds like
I've
an
never.
Italian.
I don't even know that word, dude. Yeah. I'm gonna say Certo though. That sounds right to me.
Well, this is a good May map, and we're basically mirrored, almost mirrored, except we see a Brig instead of another main heal.
Brig is typically pretty strong on this map, just because it's close together. You're fighting, trying to fight fast with a Mei wall.
So we saw a fancy little footwork happen there with the wall to avoid dying there, but Chopper gets a pick here to start the fight, and Lambier walking in. This is a good fight for Castaway. They're gonna be able to stagger this diva here, I think, quite a bit. Oh, but they do kill her. Oh, this can be such a hard position to get out of
This
as a
choke, yeah, for sure. Against the Mei, what you have to do is block the Mei with your own Mei wall, typically, which they do here.
Well, only half the team gets through. It looks like Mei might be exposed here. Zenith uses his ult, but he gets shattered. Lambier with a
Massive shatter.
hit. If they can clean up Ryan here, it's all but done. Oh, they've kind of isolated their own Ryan.
He went in deep. I think he kind of missed that charge or was going for somebody, but
He's
it's tough to kill
hunting-
Reinhardt even if he is out of position. We can just
hunting
shield up.
Mei.
Oh yeah.
Well, Mei has her ult
Fix
here
it.
for Castaways. This is a big freeze. Once again, like we said, it's
It's
tough to get
really
out of
tough to
here.
get in here. Yeah. The Ana keeps hitting sleeps. Let's see. Money keeps hitting sleeps and nades, but Castaways are just able to, or Certos is just able to back out, and I don't know. It's tough to push that kind of stuff anyway. You got
The
Mei
way
to worry
this-
about.
The way this works
Agreed.
too, this could be last fight if it's fought early. Oh, but they're gonna be able to get the
I would
point.
expect it to be so, yeah, because this will drag out on the point.
We're gonna see a lot of ults here. Both the healer ults coming out for Certo. See an early nano, but a bomb is blocked off. Not a lot done with that nano, unfortunately, and beats used
Yeah,
here.
that was weird. A little premature on ults there. A massive block with the wall.
May. Oh, bomb hits too. Castaways.
Oh, still an even fight though. I
Purple.
think
on
that,
point.
yeah, that Ana nade's gonna do it.
Oh wow, nice pick on
Just
their
gotta take care of
Lucio.
her.
Their Ana
Oh, yeah.
is popping. Love to see it. Alright. Castaway takes
Went to the last second, and now they do have to. Okay, Ryan's gonna back off, so they will take that. They use their ults a little, like, a little bit better than Castaways, I think, or than Certus.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what happened with that Diva bomb. It kind of just like set on point, and they were able to just wait it out.
I think they had used their cooldowns a bit early there defensively.
Agreed. Mm-hmm.
Oh, but this freeze could be big. We see the baby diva is stuck in there. 3 are down if they can focus this Reinhardt. Yeah, Lovely is just a little too late. It's lovely, but it's late.
Ryan somehow found a little corner to hide in there and still barely got furrows, but yeah, just a little too late on the mail.
Yeah, so can focus Lucio. This is looking like a one fight, and probably first map going to Castaway. Both Milk and Ari's brains are battling.
It's it's not even that. I think you said the wrong one. So Certo won that, and it's because the colors in the lobby do not match up with what they're supposed to be. So it's definitely a struggle, but the gameplay itself has been fun to watch, even if we're not naming the names correctly. and the May play from Certo there was just really good in terms of utility and opening up fights, and especially blocking the sim teleport. Like the way they were able to take point first and use wall to block the sim teleporter, that was just amazing. And then from that point on, they just kind of held point, and just their Ryan made a lot of huge plays to keep them in it and
Yeah, he had
keep them on top.
some pretty fat shatters, and their Ana
Mhm.
as well was getting some nice nades off.
True.
It's nice to see Ana getting played again and having an impact.
Yeah, I'm all for the higher skill cap type heroes that are just more fun to play. Um, I like to see those heroes have more of like a ceiling, like higher ceiling than some of the low skill heroes.
So for those just tuning in, this is our first day back. Season 3 is commenced. We're starting our stream with the GM division. We have Certo versus Castaways, and Castaways won the first map. Jakarion is Castaway, correct? So Castaways won. Milk, tell me I'm not crazy.
I'm just gonna go with that, dude. I'm this map. I'm gonna make sure I got it under control. This map. Yeah, you're right. Castaways did win that.
Yeah. So they're up 1-0. They took Li Jiang 2-0. And I believe the winner gets to pick attack versus defense.
Side, yes, correct.
Okay. We're gonna head to Route 66.
Traveling to Route
Hey,
66.
we saw May every map. On that last map, we'll probably see more May here. More Ryan Diva seems to be the meta tank composition. Lucio for sure, and then I guess you can run. You know, one team ran Brig for a map that last round, but Ana was definitely played the majority of the time with McCree. So
Well, with the open terrain on this map too, is it possible we see some Widow? Could it happen?
I think so, definitely.
Some sneaky bus play?
That's a certain possibility. I want to say Widow is probably stronger if you're trying to counter something like a Pharah or a Widow of somebody else, but I guess always a strong pick.
Well, in Overwatch League, we did not see a ton of Widow get played over the weekend,
30 seconds.
which was kind of also cool to see.
Sure. Yeah,
And knowing the caliber of these teams, they're probably watching, taking notes, and adapting for themselves. Looks like we see May McCree again coming out of Castaways. Gonna stick with what worked.
same comp it's been working. Yep, and we do see something pretty different out of Certos. So
Was this a Genji Sombra comp? This is fun. So they elect to hold close, which must be the play.
I think Castaways is okay. Never mind. They're going really hard onto the Sombra, pressuring her out. Number 3 kind of got caught out in the open because of it.
Lovely was able to reflect the Hat Tipper's nade and Anna's nade, and it made her purple, I believe. So that's a good pick.
I thought they would have played the train thing, the cart, like harder, because when they went out in the open to pressure Sombra out and get a pick, they weren't able to. I think I left them exposed out in the open.
Looks like we
got
don't.
Blade already up, basically.
Yeah,
got, like
they're probably gonna wait.
for them to farm Nana.
Monty's gonna wait for his ult, and then we'll probably see it. Oh, he's gonna blade early. He's gonna go on the
Because he
McCree.
got it so fast, yeah.
Oh, then look at that wall by the May. Look, he's stuck in there. That's awesome. Nice wall.
Oh yeah.
I think it's still winnable for Castaways. Or sorry, for Certo though.
Yep, I think they do. Yep, they have the advantage here. Castaways gonna back all.
They're gonna get an EMP, but oh wow, Ambrosia gets picked by Lamveer. Lamveer popping off. It's a difficulty with the Sombra Genji. It's low damage output, so when you do lose your characters, or your tanks, who are ultimately do have an important role in damage output, it can be really hard to cap points.
Exactly. It's very ult centered, and Genji did get 2 picks off of it, but like the mage just blocks him out. Here's the EMP.
That's a very big EMP.
It is. And they're able to deal with the McCree Onion really well there.
McCree and May are fighting in the back, and I think they're gonna win this fight.
I do too, unless Lovely can pull up with something huge.
It's not looking good for Certo. Like to see Lovely just build Blade and try and get out. Oh, but Monty gets picked, so that's detrimental for their timing on their next push, and they didn't really get anything out of the EMP, so it's gonna be tough for them to EMP bomb. Lovely and Monty are gonna have to pop here. It's gonna have to be a big Blade combo for them to get this. And Flutie has his defensive ult as Lucio, so.
Probably looking to take out Lucio first if they can. I'm surprised how fast Lovely got his Blade back.
Here comes Blade. He goes right for McCree, but he doesn't seem to get it. Now he ends up on Diva. Still, again, not a lot happening for the Blade. Unfortunately, they just miss it, and
That May ult was really good at keeping, like, there was no follow-up to help Genji. Like, he kind of went in deep, and then that May ult spaced it out so that their team couldn't really follow up too well on it. Like, at least the increased space where they were having to react after Genji, the May ult was denying them the ability to push forward
yeah,
on that.
it's like a zoning ult, but with ice.
Exactly.
Basically, Certo's odds of winning this fight are down to a massive God Bomb and huge shatter from
that shatter, yeah, that should win the fight for Castaways.
There goes their bomb. This is likely a staggered last fight now, especially if Lovely gets picked here. Oh, and he does. I know their spawn's close, but this is really tough in 15 seconds to get your team back together.
I think I'd like to see a ball switch here and at least just touch with ball, and then that allows the rest of your team to kind of group up, but they're going to stick on Diva. I guess they assume that they have enough time, so.
Well, they are actually able to get there. Sombra almost gets a hack on Ryan, but doesn't. Ryan is chasing Sombra, which is interesting. And here comes a bomb over the top. Oh, and it gets there. It gets Monty. It gets Anna. We have High Noon.
High value pick there.
EMPs just doesn't get it done there.
Too little, too late, yeah.
Oh, that's a big hold for Castaways.
Oh yeah. After losing that first fight pretty handily, they kind of just regrouped and showed why they won the first map as well.
Score 0-0. Switching sides. Initiating match.
I think for Certos, you have to just say, you know, we won first fight, that was good. We just needed more value out of our ult to ultimately win that.
Yeah, it shows how difficult dive is to execute, and also it's kind of resilience to be played right now in the meta, because it does so extremely rely on things like bomb combos and blade combos, and this map in particular, especially right around the gas station, has so many ways to escape those ults. You can play really spread as a team, even if you are playing kind of brawly. It kind of just makes it not as good, even though there is high ground and it makes sense, but on attack it can be a bit worrisome. The
They
payload.
definitely did that. They weren't playing like super close together. They were like spreading out, like you said, and kind of making them pick certain angles, but then they would suffer in other areas if they committed to that. Like McCree was kind of in the back, able to. It was like he was almost trying to bait out certain things, and then he would just like roll into his team or have the diva come help him.
Yeah, and not to underemphasize the amazing Mei plays that did happen, like walling off a blading Genji into in between a wedge. That was awesome.
Okay, so it's actually gonna be a mirror of what we saw first round here.
They have the Doom
dive
though.
versus- Mhm. True, true.
A little more damage, a little more insta-kill potential. And they have Widow on defense actually, so this is different. And the Baptiste, love to see it. But Doom comes in, Shift gets popped off. Chopper gets their Baptiste though. Chopper gets another kill, so
Oh yeah, Chopper's
he-
putting in work here. If he can get one more, or even just now, they're at an advantage if they can regroup.
oh that nade was super fat. Is not looking good for Certo here. Chopper's gonna get Blade, they're gonna have Nano Blade even if they're able to touch.
True, that'll be.
And their tanks are just
They've
stalling
already
in
got the shield
spawn.
as well.
Yeah, they're using so many cooldowns. They just have to kill this Lucio and it's probably game over, yeah. Here comes Blade, I would think. Oh, GG.
Victory.
Very well played.
Yep, it was. Both teams tried playing that up close, Korean style where you're just delaying point. But the dive in that area specifically, I think is just able to find like vulnerable people and take them out when the team is focused on point.
Double kill.
So that will be Castaways going up 2-0 in the series. So it's 1-0, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So the winning team gets one. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, are you good?
Yep, I'm here. Yep, sorry, it was just
They picked something. Oh yeah, they have it. It's gonna be Temple.
oh, my least favorite map in the game. Lovely.
Not fun to play. It can be fun to watch at least a little bit more.
At a high level, it is definitely fun to watch because teams can execute such amazing stall tactics, and as annoying as it is to play against, it's very awesome to watch the coordination of calling touches and managing cooldowns for sure.
I agree.
It can be
I think yeah, the second point can be kind of frustrating to say the least with the stall potential and all that. But I really like first point of this map, like just the high ground and the chokes and just the design of the map itself. I find fun to play and watch. Second point, not so much, but there's a lot of viable strategies on first point.
most def. Apologies for our stream title stating it's our 1v1 Widow tournament. We'll be sure to update that.
Attackers
Yep, first match of the season. So
Shaking off the rust. Shaking off the rust.
exactly.
Temple of Anubis does have a very cool map architecture though, with like the what are those the Egyptian dog god? What is it Anubis? Is that
Yeah, I think so. I don't want to say anything just in case I'm horribly wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. Big Maywall too forced them to go main instead of to the right like they wanted to, and it actually forced the Onific there, so that was huge.
super detrimental? And another
They're not
big
done
wall.
either. Yeah, there's another wall.
Jacario is pretty nasty with it tonight. He does get picked though by Zenith, which the Reaper could be the answer for Certo that they've been looking for. they're gonna lose this fight, but the spawn is just so. Oh, and Lambeer, god goodness, he is just a murderer on the Rhine. I was gonna say it was looking winnable, but now it's pretty even. They still get the regroup faster. Reaper's gonna be able to get up here on the high ground, and Lambeer almost gets a charge off.
He does, yeah. He's been super impressive tonight, along with the main.
It's still 4v4. Oh, let's see if
Reaper's
Anna
gonna
can
go
get
contest
this.
on here.
Diva's gonna have to run for refuge.
Yep.
Oh,
They did
Lambert
her
gets their
job
main.
saving
This is
Nana.
winnable now for our friends at Castaway. Lambert gets super deep. His Diva's going to help him. They do nano the red man, but he does go down, and Jack Carrion is just carrying on.
He really is. Like, playing this map against a main like this is just not fun at all. Like, there's nothing really you can do to prevent the walls from happening. It just ruins your whole rotation and your whole pathing the point.
Gonna have to DM this guy for tips, because my May win rate is trash, and I can't seem to do this.
Massive purple, which is gonna stall at least for a bit.
Unfortunately, the red man's shield too. He's gonna really have to just wait this out, or else he's gonna run himself into. Oh, this is a big.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Oh, they're all purple in there too. This is gonna get so many kills.
Yeah.
Just Lovely left. Well, that was
It
a
seemed like when they got walled, they could have almost like backed up and tried to go in hard after the wall, but they kind of dropped and it just forced them into that area, and then the nano cleaned it up in the purple.
May
So
almost-
Ana making huge plays as well for
May
Castaways.
That Diva too. She's still at a mech. Here comes the high noon. Oh, look at
And
that.
Maywall,
That is
yeah.
so smart.
Big frame.
Oh, they get their Diva. This is gonna force their fight back. They're probably gonna lose this fight in their room. Oh, and Lucio goes
Lucio
down.
as well, unfortunately. And Chopper looking for picks on the exit.
Well, I like this. It's a little greedy, but it's kind of hot.
It is, and they're gonna be able to get the other McCree as
Yeah.
well, so like he should have time to come back. Most at least.
Let's see you get past this.
Last fight for Certos, they have Foody's ult, Chip's ult, and sorry, wrong team. They have Lucio ult, Diva ult, Ryan ult, and May ult. So they do have the ult advantage here.
Wow, these are some high-level strats coming out of Jakarian on May. I know I'm fanboying a little bit too much, but their Ana is getting placed on high ground with really well-timed walls.
And that's gonna completely block off the McCree ult, at least until it drops. And he didn't have enough time to shoot it.
This could be a big bomb. They take refuge. They get Lamavir. This could be a winnable fight now for Certo. Oh, that wall though. He blocks the shatter, I think.
That was just a great Diva bomb to open things up though.
This needs to be big.
Castaways is not giving up though.
Yeah, Lucio's gonna get caught in this too, and I think May as well. She walls.
Unfortunate.
Oh, but I think it could be anyone's game here. McCree's gonna have to pop off from point.
Yeah, Chopper's on his way back, but so is the other team. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. He's
They-
probably just gonna back off.
They might be able to give up ticks here. I think Ball's gonna be able to touch again.
Good call.
Fluff. Oh my god, they see
Oh, and he forces them off point. You hate to see that.
Oh.
Score 0-0. Switching sides.
Yeah. You
Man,
hate
the
to
Nano
see it.
McCree, it was like, if you didn't deal with him, you were gonna lose because he was gonna kill you, but dealing with him, he just like drew them all off point. And then there was, I know at least Diva and maybe Lucio were still on point, but just got off for a second.
Yeah, Flutie on the Lucio was there, present on point. I think he may have even somehow booped people off point. Yeah, well, very,
Mhm.
very well played again.
Very much so, yeah. The Diva bomb to open that up where like the Rhine for Castaways was just kind of stuck in the middle, and like if he turned around he's gonna die, or if he just shielded the opposing team he's gonna die from bomb. And they were able to get a 5v6 off that, but Castaways just didn't give up and were able to get some good picks to equalize.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Yeah, well, it's technically still winnable. I think
You're
they got
true.
a tick. They got a tick, right? You know,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta have the faith sometimes. We see the Doom coming again, so it's the same Route 66 attack. It's a dive
One. Attackers
coming out from
incoming.
Castaways,
Defend objective.
and the
Oh
hat
yeah,
tipper.
it is indeed the same comp they played before.
They're just setting up. That's a nice little spot there. Genji and Doom are both on the Temple of Anubis guard dogs.
Yep, and here they go. That purple.
Okay, that's
Oh my goodness, dude. That
God.
was incredible.
And
I would like to see how a team deals with that. That was just like a perfect rollout, perfect execution. Unless you know that exactly that's coming, like how do you deal with that?
yeah, that's what you call God tier Ana play, because that won the game.
That was god tier team play, but yeah, especially the on and aid was incredible.
I love both DPS sitting on the Temple of Anubis heads. That was
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
well. Thank you
That's
for
one of
joining.
those things that might get scouted out. Oh, there's one more map regardless.
Oh yeah, we play the fourth. True.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, nah, never mind. I lost my train of thought.
My bad. I interrupted with incorrect information.
No, it's all good. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. That's probably gonna be scouted at this point, so like being able to pull that off again is not even, uh, like teams will be at least be prepared for it because they've seen it on tape once.
I think our teams may have misunderstood that the fourth map needs to be played.
Definitely.
uh, yeah. Well, again, welcome guys. I see a few new viewers coming in kind of late to the party, but we're always happy to have you. The current score is 3-0 for the Castaways, and we are just waiting for the two teams to be ready again for the next map. Could be uh, that some teams are using their break now.
Mm-hmm. Not sure it's intended that way. I think they just weren't aware, but they do get like a 10-minute break, so. Wait, do what? Sure, sure.
Sunmilk, you should put that. You go to the replay of Anubis if it's possible. Show us that sexy, sexy Ananade.
Yeah, just play that on repeat until we're ready to go again.
We're just if there's a
I don't
will,
know.
there's a
Soldier
way.
had some sort of replay system set up. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, yeah.
uh, so we have some good banter happening in the lobby here. Hat Tipper, I had to compliment him on that Ananade, and the Chopper replied, "Tips hat," because the Hat Tipper was the Ana player.
Do you know
Amazing.
where he was set up for that? I didn't see.
No,
Like
that's
I've
why
never seen that. I've never seen that name before.
I want to watch it again. I've seen ML7 executed a couple times. It's definitely like a timing and location thing. It's probably bottom right over top of the animal structures, the dog
Gotcha,
structure.
yeah. I should have known they were setting that because like they took a good little bit of time just to make sure everybody was in position. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, it's tough. The May just in like neutral fights has been incredible. Like most walls have been super on point, but
Something that could be really cool for those listening, should we have a cool play, if you want to clip your yeah, submit your clips and we might be able to create some montages from the season or for your team specifically from our stuff. We're really open to suggestions. This is a community that, you know, we focus on our teams and players within the community. We want everyone to feel involved. Anything you're willing to put in, we're willing to put back. So
most definitely. Yep.
stuff like that, it really makes it fun for everyone, and you can highlight your skills, get some Twitch followers, maybe. Who knows?
Mhm.
So yeah, we are
What's
getting
this?
Certo to come. They're just using their timeout time right now. It's gonna be very shortly soon.
Smart idea to kind of regroup here and shake it off. Come in with a plan for this next map and try to get one because the map count does count for like first season record.
Yeah, so unlike OD, we do play out all four maps, even if it is a 3-0 situation. We keep
Yes.
score of maps to place you for the finals tournament.
I think OD used to do it. I mean, not OD. Overwatch League used to do it that way, right? And changed the season.
I can't remember. We have been playing since the beginning, and yet I don't
It
have
was
the
based,
brain.
yeah, it was based off Overwatch League, but that's new in Overwatch League where they don't play all four. So it's something that we could. I don't know. I kind of like it personally, just because uh, you have map records and then everyone gets a chance to play like each map type. There's benefits and negatives to it, but
Yeah, I mean, it definitely can put you in a tough spot as a team if
Mhm.
you're losing, and it feels, you know, a little bit harmful. But it is good to play it out, and you
I've
know,
definitely been down 3-0 and won that last match though, just because we kind of realized we don't have anything else to lose at this point, and we just kind of play looser, and it works out.
yeah, definitely. Well, we've seen reverse sweeps in history of Overwatch. It's not impossible.
True. It is here because there's only one match left, but at least you can get.
Oh,
Okay, let me see. Yeah.
yeah, wonderful. So those who want to reference that, check out our season rules. They can be found under season tournament, and you can then go into season 3 documents and click the hyperlink, and you will get sent right to S3 rules with the lovely page with curl icon. All right, thank you for your patience. We will be commencing the final map of our 4-map series.
Yeah, is it actually Kings? That's gonna be exciting. If I was Certo here, I would honestly like to see them not pick a map that's so like strong for maze because Castaways have just their maze been winning tons of fights for them, and I think King's Row can end up in the same thing unless
Now
they're able to
entering
switch some things
the
up or
zone.
figure out how to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely plays to the advantage of a team who's been executing a strong, I don't know, is that brawl comp? It's a semi-brawl comp, but they're
It
playing with
is.
Anna, so it's tough to say. Right, isn't
I think it's
fault.
still brawl just based off the DPS heroes and the tanks, like Lucio. You're taking fights, at a fast rate and all together.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's really been a team effort, as well. Like we're seeing amazing Rhyme play, really good, Anna play,
Ready for
and
battle.
then
Diva play
unfortunately,
from both sides has been good.
yeah,
That's true. I don't want to put it all down to me. That's a better way to phrase it. Is just the brawl comp in general. I think Castaways has been stronger on.
poor Diva, she doesn't get her glory until she gets those 4K bombs. But we know you're eating like 10K damage out there. We still love you, Diva players. I was in Diva jail through goats. I know how it feels. Never forget.
That's the thing. You can do so much with Diva, and a lot of it doesn't show up. It's just
Yeah,
like being in the right spot and saving people and stuff.
sadly, an integral character in these compositions.
3, 2,
Shout out to
1.
Bio, who would be like,
Attackers
F you,
incoming.
Pickles.
Objective A.
All
Alright,
right, Torb coming out.
Certo looking to have some fun here. Getting aggressive, playing some fun comps. We actually see Torb with the... um, oh goodness. This
Their
is...
Hanzo's in a flank position, which if he could get a pick, that would be pretty good going into this fight. But...
yeah, sorry, Sigma is the word I was looking for there. The Sigma Rhino, we haven't seen that tonight.
True, true. And another, yeah, I mean, you can't really do much against these walls. I mean, you can try to play around them, but once they come out like that, like your range just screwed.
Yeah, they're trying to move in quick. And Monty unfortunately gets walled twice in a row, and I think he even got naded there, which can be basically a GG for Reinhardt. You see
Oh, yeah,
that?
Hat-Tipper's been in perfect position every time, like
He's
up,
just
up, and yeah.
this is
And
gonna
they
be
have no idea it's coming.
a sleep followed by an aid. And I don't think they've even necessarily registered his high ground positioning yet.
They have now, for sure. But they weren't able to even follow up because the rest of the team was just brawling them so hard.
Oh, Chopper just puts up the McCree ult on the perfect time as soon as Monty charges, and we see a Nano Diva here to get aggressive on the defense. I don't hate it. Keep her mech. They're gonna have ult now. Chip, that is.
So yeah, Hat-Tipper's gonna throw a nade straight up. Let's see if this does anything.
We see both walls get used. Ship gets their brig, unfortunately. Oh, and a massive stun shatter. They like Lanvier and oh my god, and Chopper just coordinated that stun shatter with absolute
That's
perfection.
yeah, absolutely. This is just a map I would not want to be playing Castaways on right now, like just their synergy in general.
Oh, and we see Lambier on the flank as May there, just hiding around the corner using his ult first. He does get picked. Both DPS traded basically. Oh,
Oh,
big
nice.
shatter, but the bomb kind of keeps him from pursuing it. It's 4v3 actually. It's still very winnable for Castaways on defense here. Oh, but big charge by Monty. But oh, he goes down to ship's damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that beat by Flutie is gonna push them back.
And
Aren't
they're
able
gonna
to
be
get anything off it.
yeah, they're gonna be able to play slow here. Probably even be able to give a tick if they want. I know they're very confident, so there are 5. The Hat Tipper does have ult too, so if he comes in late, he can support the Lambier. We see Ryan on the flank here for Certo. Oh, this is actually a good combo here. 2 go down, and Jack goes down. Lambier gets Monty.
Yeah, picking up the Ryan and that, like taking the shield out of the equation, and then the High Noon, that was an awesome combo to see.
They're gonna be able to touch here on the right side. They're gonna be walled off, but they might still be able to touch. No, they can't touch. Oh, they can. Lambier gets through.
Nice second.
I don't think they win this though. Still, no, they don't. Monty gets 2. Very big pick. This is... So Certo gets it. Gets first point. That's big. It's the toughest one I would think for this exact compositional challenge. Streets can be tough too, though.
True. The Sigma is an interesting pick here instead of like Zarya or Diva, but his ult like basically opened up that play to start the fight, which was cool to see.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Sigma pick, only because Diva just has such more impact with her eating ability now. And
I
that's
agree. I think
oh, this is a big wall from... He doesn't get... Oh, he gets their Brig. Oh, and a huge anti-nade again. Sigma goes down. They're gonna kill the backline. Monty's gonna probably die here to May.
it feels like there hasn't been a fight like all night where Hat Tipper doesn't get like an impactful nade, and if you're, she's obviously just doing them in places where the other diva is not at all expecting them, or doing it like with really good timing.
Nice to see Certo grouping here to go for the backside. Oh, Monty gets slapped, I think, in his ult. It's not looking good for Certo, but they do get they get the backline. They wall off High Noon. They've traded spawns. This bomb could be
A little
doesn't give
too
anything.
far. No.
Interesting choice by Flutie to use.
Certo has second beat in with Sick Gold. I think they have this fight. Yeah.
With the very strong possibility of getting second fight here for defense, I'm not a huge fan of using ults there by Castaway, but you know, it could be that it's impossible to touch again. Depends. Oh, this fight here between McCree and May on the right. Oh, but Jack gets there. McCree. He's gonna be able to touch.
That trade alone is definitely worth it. The question is, are they going to be able to get out from here when Lovely gets frozen? Okay, they are able to restabilize.
Oh, this is a huge shatter again.
That was the downside of playing Orisa Sigma there, is that Orisa uses shield, and Ryan walks past it, and shatters for free.
Complete.
Yeah, that was a bit sloppy, I think. Just the fact that McCree got picked there up kind of alone. I don't know if you would
Well,
expect.
he traded for the Ana, so like I feel like that in itself was worth it. And he was trying to get out. People were trying to help him get out. But then yeah, you're right. Like they were kind of frantic after that point, just because they weren't all grouped up from the start. He did kill Ana up there though, and like taking Hat Tipper out in these fights is
Yeah, I would
probably
take
the best
Hat.
chance you got. Yeah.
And then May just coincidentally is there to freeze and headshot you, which
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you've used your flash to kill Anna, so you're basically DOA.
Mm-hmm.
Alderworth is the sign here. Never read that.
Overwatch has a lot of lore, but I don't really understand. I don't read all that.
Nor do I.
Attackers
Yeah.
incoming in 30 seconds.
Oh, this sign. Big
Yeah,
sign.
the beautiful
Gotcha.
yellow sign.
Mm-hmm.
Now show them.
All right, we see a sim come out from
3.
Certos, and
Attackers
Widow trying to start things off for Castaways with Chopper.
Oh, thanks Young Pickles for 5 months subscribing. You're a really nice guy. Oh, Monty gets picked here on the high ground of all places really early. Jakarian gets him as Doom.
Yeah, I don't know if he was going for a charge there, but he was
gets slapped.
spotted.
Oh, but he still gets Ariana. Lovely. They're just chipping away here, and Jabmir's able to just keep swinging. Jam a veer.
Chopper and Chikarian, yeah, kind of opened that up, just able to go in for free when Ryan was down.
Just what
I am capturing the objective. Try and stop me.
It looks like they may. Okay, they are moving up.
captured. Escort
We're gonna want to watch Doom here. If he can get a pick here, this is gonna be a really tough defense. He does get bubbled.
Definitely.
He gets out.
So,
They've got cooldowns. If Lovely can get him, I think he can. Oh no, Lovely does not kill Javarian. But they have 2 picks.
I think they're gonna look to retake this choke, yeah, as soon as possible. And yeah, Castaways, let's back off here. In terms of ult, we see Lovely, Daori, a Brutal One, all coming up with ults for.
Oh my god, the shatter again. So fat. And they combo it, but oh, those shields are really good. Very nice by Certo.
Mhm.
That actually was amazing. There was 4 ults used and nobody died. And they actually get a pick themselves. They can freely ult here. Jakarian gets Ambrosia, they're brig, but
They
Lovely.
did play that really, really well.
That was amazing. Those shields were perfectly placed.
Brutal One knows about this Doomfist in the back, but question is how deep are you willing to go get him?
Yeah, it's
And-
a tough choice.
Mm-hmm. And the longer you don't decide, the more you really can't go back there because the other team's gonna come up. So yeah, at least they know he's there.
Lambier gets one, but that's a big
Huge shatter.
shatter from Monty.
Mm-hmm.
Still winnable, unfortunately, for the enemy team. Castaways. It's just May here on point. All this stall time.
I actually missed some of that. I don't know how
No mercy.
They've rotated
Not-
around them basically.
elsewhere.
I kind of missed it too, not gonna lie. Hat Tipper picking off Ambrosia here, who's stalling cart. I mean, this could be the last fight of the series. And we see Lamavir coming online. We have Flutie, we have the Hat Tipper. This pick on Savori, there's no healers now for. Oh, but Brutal One gets
That's
2.
that's pretty nice. Oh, the nade is gonna do it though.
Oh my god, Hat Tipper again. Just tipping his fedora. That's a very well played series from Castaways. GG's.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for watching the first match of the season. There will likely be some better casters than Milk and myself, but we will do our best to stream and fill for as much as possible throughout the season. Like I said before, we always appreciate the help. Anyone who wants to put their foot forward and give it an attempt, let us know. We want to cast as many games as possible. Sun Milk, thank you for once again broadcasting.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
Yeah,
That
they were
was
nuts. Oh yeah, for sure. It's like falling asleep in your chair.
yeah, we could let's
Yeah, in terms of casters, if any of you are interested in contributing, you know, casting, or you would like to contribute, definitely hit us up. Because me and Pickles are just here kind of because we were the ones available. So if we can improve the quality of casting, that would be
Today.
definitely something we're interested in.
Perfect.
Oh, I snagged you in here. We have the hat
Hello.
tipper.
I'm the one who tips.
Yeah, that was some
You do
amazing Ana
indeed.
play.
Yeah, that was awesome to watch.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you. We had a blast.
So you guys are experiencing your first season with us here.
That is correct. We're still trying to figure out all the reporting the score right now, actually.
Yeah, take your time with it. No, I'm just kidding. It's pretty easy once you get the hang of it. Whoever's in charge of it will figure it out. You just report, obviously, all 4 maps, input your scores, blah 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 blah. Had you guys
Perfect.
played Certo before?
We have not.
Well, that was a pretty dominant performance by you guys. We had to note that you had some amazing impact in that game. Your high ground there on Kings Row on the defense was exceptionally hilarious to watch.
Yeah, there was a team the other day that we were scrimming against where they got a couple of sneaky sleep darts off on us. So I thought that we might as well bring that back into the rotation now that Anna's making a bit of a resurgence.
And is that are you guys playing a lot on Ana in scrims?
It's something we just recently picked up. We're experimenting with Brig and Anna primarily.
Awesome. Well, and obviously we have to note the Temple of Anubis nade on attack for taking. That was something out of the history books, my friend. That was awesome.
Yeah,
Definitely the coolest thing I've seen live like that. Yeah.
that's a tournament match only need right there. I try not to leak too many, but my team was like, "Hey, let's go dive." So I was like, "All right, well, they used the standard nade last time. They're probably not going to see this coming."
And your DPS we saw set up on top of both the dog Anubis statues. Was that also like that's your setup for your dive?
We don't usually have our Genji up there. I think he was just waiting up there ready to go just because, hey, it's a cool looking shot. Might as well have both our DPS up there. But our Doomfist, every time we do run dive, he does sit up there.
All right, well, I'll stop asking you to leak your secrets, but very good game. And yeah, that was awesome to watch.
Thank you very much for having me. It was a great game.
All right, man. Have a good night.
You too, guys. Love you
Yep.
all.
Good night.
And I tip my
Yeah.
hat.
Tips Fedora, love it.
Perfect.
All right. Well, I think that's good for us for this evening. Expect many more streams throughout the season, and we will see everyone on a later date.